At a New Year's Eve celebration in 1999, Tony Stark encounters scientist Maya Hansen, who has developed Extremis, an experimental regenerative treatment capable of healing severe injuries. Disabled researcher Aldrich Killian proposes they join his company, Advanced Idea Mechanics, but Stark dismisses him. 13 years later, Stark is plagued by post-traumatic stress disorder and recurring panic attacks following the alien invasion of New York. To cope with sleeplessness, he builds dozens of new Iron Man suits, which strains his relationship with his girlfriend, Pepper Potts. At the same time, a series of bombings is attributed to a terrorist called the Mandarin. Stark's head of security, Happy Hogan, is critically wounded in one attack and falls into a coma, leading Stark to publicly threaten the Mandarin on television, unintentionally revealing his home address. In response, the Mandarin launches a gunship assault that destroys Stark's mansion. Hansen, who arrived to warn Stark, survives alongside Potts. Stark escapes in a prototype Iron Man suit piloted by his AI, Jarvis, which carries him to rural Tennessee based on Stark's investigation into the Mandarin. The armor is incomplete and lacks enough power to return to Malibu, causing the world to believe Stark has died. Assisted by a local boy, Harley Keener, Stark examines the remains of a nearby explosion resembling a Mandarin attack, only to learn it predates the terrorists' known activities. He uncovers that the bombings were caused by soldiers injected with Extremis, whose bodies violently rejected the treatment, and that AIM framed the incidents as terrorism to hide Extremis defects. Stark experiences Extremis firsthand when Mandarin operatives Savon and Brandt attack him. He kills Brandt and disables Savon. Meanwhile, Killian re-emerges and abducts Potts with Hansen's help. As U.S. intelligence hunts the Mandarin, James Rhodes, formerly War Machine and now the Iron Patriot, is trapped and has his armor stolen. Tracking the Mandarin to Miami, Stark infiltrates his base using makeshift weapons. There, he discovers the Mandarin is actually British actor Trevor Slattery, unaware of the crimes committed in his persona. Killian, who orchestrated the deception, captures Stark and reveals he used Hansen's Extremis research to cure his own disability and expanded it to wounded veterans. He also discloses that Potts has been injected with Extremis to force Stark to fix its flaws while saving her. When Hansen turns against Killian and threatens his operation, he kills her. Stark escapes and reunites with Rhodes, learning that Killian plans to assassinate President Ellis aboard Air Force One using the Iron Patriot armor controlled by Savon. Stark kills Savon and saves the passengers, but Killian succeeds in kidnapping Ellis. At a seized, damaged oil tanker, Killian plans to execute Ellis on live television so the vice president, whose daughter could be cured by Extremis, will become his controllable puppet. Stark and Rhodes assault the platform, aided by Iron Man suits remotely operated by Jarvis. Rhodes rescues the president, while Stark finds that Potts has survived the Extremis procedure. Before he can reach her, a collapse sends her falling to the platform below, seemingly killing her. Stark battles Killian but is overwhelmed until Potts, empowered by Extremis and alive, returns and kills Killian to save him. To show his commitment to Potts, Stark orders Jarvis to destroy all the Iron Man suits. The Vice President and Slattery are arrested, and Happy awakens from his coma. With Stark's assistance, Potts' Extremis effects are stabilized. Stark vows to reduce his role as Iron Man, undergoes surgery to remove the shrapnel near his heart, and discards his outdated chest arc reactor into the sea, reflecting that with or without the technology, he will always be Iron Man.